Most business owners are shitty business owners. That's the reality. And if you're a shitty business owner, then of course great people aren't going to stay working for you. I have interviewed thousands of people, I have reviewed over 10,000 resumes, and I want to share with you my red flags for an interview. And you are definitely gonna wanna stick around for the final one because it is juicy and it is the biggest mistake that I see business owners making. Red flag number one is when the candidate knows nothing about your company. And if they're like, oh, I'm not really sure what you guys do. I couldn't find much on your website. Those are all red flags. If they don't actually understand, at least in general terms, what your business does, why do they want to work for you? Why would they want to work for you if they don't actually know what you do? If they don't know why you do it? That likely means that they're looking for a paycheck, which is fine if you're looking for people who are just looking for a paycheck. But if you're looking for team members to actually help you grow, then it's going to be a problem if somebody is just looking at your business as a paycheck. You want them to understand what your business does. You want them to understand why you do what you do. If they don't know what your business does, they have no clue, they haven't done the research. What research are they going to do before prepping for a big meeting inside your organization? What research or preparation are they going to do for other important conversations or meetings or things that you're going to put them ideally in charge of? If they're not willing to do research for their own ability to get a job, for their financial security, it is very unlikely that the bar is very low that you're setting, that they're going to do research and be prepared for all of the things inside your business. Red flag number two would be not being able to explain job hopping. I know there's a lot of ideas around there about you shouldn't even interview people with job hopping. I don't agree with that. Most business owners are shitty business owners. That's the reality. And if you're a shitty business owner, then of course great people aren't going to stay working for you. So if we know that the majority are shitty business owners, great people might end up hopping around because they don't actually have the opportunity that they can align to. So if you have a candidate where you look at the resume or they did something spectacular to allow you to have a first interview, it's okay that they job hop, but you have to be able to have them explain what was the job hopping for. They have to be able to do it and explain it without trashing the previous place that they worked. I just had an interview with somebody not that long ago, and she worked for a lot of high-powered names, people that are in the public, and she trashed every single one of them. Shared very personal details about every single one of her previous employers. I was like, listen, as soon as she leaves my office, as soon as she leaves potentially our company, she's gonna do the exact same thing to me. You can't totally trash on the previous place, but you can be able to say, the opportunity wasn't there for me, they were making some changes in management, that's why I decided to pursue this XYZ opportunity, and that would be not a red flag. But if they trash the person or if they can't explain it, total red flag. Another red flag during an interview is when somebody is non-committal about their salary expectations. You have to remember that the nature of somebody working with your team is financial. They are not working for you as charity. They're not working for you because they believe so much in you. They're working for you predominantly because you pay them. There's a financial component to the relationship, to the agreement that you guys are coming into. So in the interview process, when somebody is non-committal about their salary expectations and they aren't clear and they kind of dodge and deflect the whole thing, it's a problem because you don't actually understand what they're worth. And if they're not willing to say what they're worth and what their expectation is about something that is so important and at the basis of this agreement, what else are they not able to have a communication around? And whenever it does kind of get into this wishy-washy place, you just have to put somebody in check and say, okay, great, I understand that you're not really sure what you want to make. I understand that you're still figuring out, but if you were to take a job here, what would be your salary expectations? You have to be able to get somebody to clearly commit to that. And if they commit to it, fantastic, not a red flag. If they don't commit to it and they're still wishy-washy and use this as a negotiation tactic, huge red flag. Pass, move on to the next candidate who actually knows their worth and can communicate their worth to you. This next red flag should come at the end of the interview. And at the end of the interview, you should close it by saying, what questions do you have for us? You just gotta kind of work that out. Practice this on your own. What questions do you have for us? It's not, what questions do you have for us? You're not trying to scare them. It's like, so tell me what questions you have for us. If the candidate has no questions, or if they have super lame questions, like how much PTO do you offer? And what are your office hours? That's giving you insight into the transactional or the transformational way that they think about this opportunity. So if the person that you're interviewing doesn't have questions and isn't curious about the role, how the organization is structured, the growth plan, the barriers, the challenges, that's a red flag, because you're wanting their help to have you solve those problems. If they're not even aware that those things could be happening, or they're just transactional, just thinking about this is my job and this is my responsibility and how much PTO is it and how many days off and what is your work from home policy, it's showing you how they interact. And you want people to interact with you and your business transformationally. You're not looking for people transactionally. Now, I'm gonna be a little nitpicky on this one. I think it's a red flag if the candidate does not leave a positive, lasting impression on you. You should go to bed or go home at night after that interview and still be thinking about the candidate and still be thinking, wow, I really want this person to work with us. I really think that this person could be fantastic. The person that you choose to allow them to go into your business with you, they should be like fantastic in your mind. You should not be able to stop thinking about them. You should want them as part of your team, especially if your business is small. If you only have 5 team members, or you only have 8 team members, or 15 team members, one additional person really matters. That person and how they're going to contribute to your business is important. And so it shouldn't just feel like ho-hum, oh yeah, I guess I liked her, or he was pretty good. You should want them to leave an impression on you. And if they don't leave an impression on you, it's a red flag. That's an issue, because you only have so many spots. You don't have hundreds or thousands of spots on your team. It's gonna be hard for you to attract better talent as you grow, because they're gonna look at your existing team. And if you don't have winners and A+ players on your existing team and you expect that you're gonna attract great people in the future, it's gonna be challenging. Did they leave a great impression? Are you still thinking about them? And if you are still thinking about them and you want them, they sold you on why them, that's fantastic. That's what you're looking for. The final and most important red flag when interviewing somebody is if they tell you that they don't have any goals, or maybe they're just uncertain of their goals. That's a problem. It's an issue, and here's why. The person who I'm gonna bring into this environment doesn't have goals, isn't a goal-oriented person, isn't dreaming about things that they could accomplish and skill sets that they could add to themselves. It's gonna be very hard for me every single day to work alongside and push this person, because they're likely already happy, or they're just unclear of what they want. That's not what I'm looking for, and it's probably not what you're looking for inside your business. You're looking for people who know what they want and who are looking to be around people that can help them get to where they want to go. It is the most important thing for your team members to think, wow, this place is a place where I can achieve what I want to achieve, and I'm gonna work hard, I'm gonna be held accountable, I'm going to give this thing my all for the shot at becoming the person that I haven't been able to figure out how to become so far. Unless you're good with not growing. If you're good with making the same amount of money next year that you made this year, and the year after that, and the year after that, you're just like wanting to plateau, okay, maybe you could hire people who don't have goals. But if you believe that you are worth having a great team and being able to lead awesome people, then you have to demand inside your environment that those people want to change and they want to grow and they want to do something. And you are that person for them, and you create an environment that protects people who want to do something bigger, better, faster from people who are just average. What you do get to control is who gets to be inside your environment and who gets to help you get to where you want to go. So if somebody in the interview process isn't clear on what their goals are, they don't have goals, it's a huge red flag. Pass, no thank you. So I'm curious to know, what are your interview red flags? I've just shared with you what my red flags are. I want to know in the comments, what are red flags that you now have waving all around as soon as you interview somebody that you know is not a fit? Let me know in the comments. I am super curious to hear about your experiences with candidates, because it can be a wild, wild world out there. So let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. We are going to be doing more content like this that you are not going to want to miss. So hit the subscribe button.